Hey guys, today we are going to make my famous recipe for chicken thighs. Okay, they're not famous, but anyway, they're a really popular recipe on my blog. It's my crispy chicken thighs, and I'm going to show you how to do it perfectly. Okay, so for this chicken thighs recipe, I forgot my rack at home. I don't have my rack for my sheet pan. So I'm going to improvise. And if you don't have a rack, you can do this or something similar. So I've got a muffin tin here that I turned upside down in my sheet pan. And I'm going to stick foil on top of it. Now, I've never done this before, so I hope it works. So I'm going to and then I'm going to poke some holes on it. So this is pretty much just to keep the chicken thighs up out of the fat that's going to drip off. And then it's going to run off into the pan. So I'm going to poke some holes in here just so it can, go down into the pan. And so the chicken thighs aren't sitting in their own fat. So, okay, there's our rack. I hope it works. I think it's gonna work. So I've got chicken thighs here. These are 6 bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. And I am gonna put them in this bag because we're gonna mix them with our spices. And one of the things that makes, I don't know, this recipe crazy, I guess what people think, is that I put baking powder. It's baking powder. I put baking powder on the chicken thighs with my seasonings and mush it all around, and that helps the skin get even crispier. So we first bake these in the oven at a lower temperature, and that helps render out the fat in the skin, and then we turn up the temperature and we move them up in the oven to a higher rack, and they get crispy. So for our seasonings, of course we need salt. And if you make this recipe, I personally think it's important that you use these seasonings to mask the baking powder flavor. So we use these seasonings. It's just, if you don't use them, you might taste the baking powder. I'm not gonna lie. So I think people who have trouble with this recipe, there aren't many, most people love this recipe. So I just did dried oregano, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and this is smoked paprika. And I think the flavors of this seasoning is so good. And here's some fresh black pepper, cracked black pepper. Another thing is you want to make sure that you use enough chicken thighs. If you only do this recipe with 4 chicken thighs, it's gonna be too much seasonings. So there's our baking powder. So now we can mash this all up. Make sure you get all of the chicken thighs nice and coated. Just like that. That was easy peasy. Okay, and now we are going to put them on the rack. And as I take them out of here, I'm going to shake off any excess seasonings. Look at that. Look at my rack. I'm just so proud of my little rack here. Isn't it so cute? Hopefully it works. That one has. You really want to make sure and shake off the excess. Okay, there is our chicken thighs, and these are ready for the oven. 250 for about 30 minutes. And then we are going to increase the temperature to 425 degrees and move the oven rack up one spot and bake for an additional 25 to 30 minutes until they are brown and crispy. Okay, look at our chicken thighs. OMG, they look amazing. And I just want you to hear, let me get my microphone down here. I just want you to hear how crispy these are. They are super crispy. So let's cut into one, and my little tray here, it works really good. Oh, they look perfect. Oh my gosh, they're so juicy. Look at that. They are super juicy. So you can see this recipe if you go to my website, jenniferbands.com, and you search for chicken thighs, or you can go to the description below and click the link. And I hope you try this recipe. If you do, be sure you comment on the recipe. Let me know how much you love it. And I will see you guys later. Bye.